Rondo, I finna slam dunk. Get big on you fake pumps. That pump ain't no fake pump. Bitch fell for the pump fake. Got him talking like first take. Get it right on the first take. Hit the hole in the first.
Mic check. Oh yeah, we good. Another episode of Sit Down with Slim, man. I got a guest in the building. We doing a little different setup, man, because we got the studio is under construction. I don't want y'all to see what's going on in the background. We ain't gonna talk about that on mic though, but it's a funny story. Join the Patreon though. I might tell the story on Patreon. You never know. But yeah, I got my dog Rodney in the building, man. Rodney Wells, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, my man? I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's one of a kind. I'm in the one of a kind room, so I'll be the only one that come inside here. But I appreciate being on the show, man. And yeah, let's get to it.
Nah, I appreciate you, bro. Man, I'm mad as hell though. You ain't tell me that you lived in Germany when I lived in Germany.
Yeah, man. We talked about that. That was it's eerie because I've met thousands of people. You know what I mean? Because I was over there 3 tours. My dad did in the 80s, early 90s, and then at the beginning of the 2000s. Mm-hmm. So when you said that, I was like, I'm sure I saw the little guy, but
yeah, I was low as hell. I was low as hell with long braids, skinny as hell.
And you think about it, I'm looking back and I seen a lot of those. It was a lot of them kids, you know what I mean? Because braids was in back then. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be long and all that good stuff or whatever, skinny kids and all that good stuff. So I'm sure I saw you. You know, maybe you was around.
I know you did. I remember seeing you because you played basketball and there was the point guard was a short guy with braids.
Yeah.
What was his name? Like Jay?
James.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, James. Then my man
I
Pat.
remember that.
Yep, my man Pat. But yeah, that's a good culture, man. Germany, I'll go back anytime. For real.
I love Mannheim. It's like a refugee camp now.
Yeah, they closed down the base.
What happened with that?
They closed the base down a few years ago. I'm not sure because once they closed it down, I had a few of my people that went back after they graduated from high school. They joined the military and got stationed over there. Mm-hmm. So it was like it just closed it down, and it's what's the word? Abandoned for the most part now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you look at it. I got pictures and stuff like that because we got people that go back and visit and all that good stuff, whatever.
I be trying to explain to people what Germany looked like because I be telling them about my childhood and they don't be getting it. And the best way I can explain it is like imagine going to school and all your friends live in the same neighborhood as you, but it's streets named after presidents, and all the buildings look like big ass New York project buildings.
That's exactly. Yeah, that's
they don't believe that though.
I
they don't believe
lived on
that.
Jefferson Street.
That's where I live.
So dang, I saw you a lot.
I lived in 663 or 664.
I think I was like 671. So you lived on the opposite side of the street. So if you coming up the street,
I lived on the
right.
If you had your back towards the elementary school, I lived on the left side.
Back towards the elementary. Okay, so I lived on. So you know where the gazebo was? You know where the church was in that gazebo?
Yes.
So if you're sitting at the gazebo, right there and behind the actual because the YS right there in the so if you got the YS, you come out to the church. Behind the church is a gazebo. If you're sitting in the gazebo to the left, my building was right there. It was a playground. Right there.
And that basketball court we used to always hoop at. Yeah, I remember that.
You hit it on the head. That's exactly what it was. And people was like, "Yo, was it cold?" I was like, "Freezing." I walked to practice in the snow.
We used to play tackle football in the snow.
Loved it.
Ice.
Loved it.
All up on the streets.
Running through the dang, through the forest and all that good stuff. I know we was talking about as far as the animal life out there. You really close to nature. You know what I mean? Hedgehogs. You see anything out there. My sister used to love go out to a little animal farm and mess with the chickens. Shit like that. So that was pretty cool.
Was you there for middle school?
Nah. My sister was in middle school.
I'm going to tell you something crazy about middle school. In middle school, we played like 30-on-30 basketball. Yeah, we had like 60 people on the court, and we only passed the ball between like 3 or 4 of us.
What the heck?
And everybody else just ran around acting crazy, knocking each other's heads off.
That's a middle school shit. Exactly.
That's a military kid shit.
30 on 30?
Yeah, it was 30 on 30. No exaggeration. 30 on 30.
Shit.
Yes, bro.
Oh my god.
Anybody listening from Germany, they gonna know. 30 on 30.
Man.
We did the same thing with football. It'd be like 30 on 30 out there. That's what we did at the middle school.
Wow. 30 on 30. I could tell you exactly how many people was in school.
Yeah. And then My craziest Germany memory is how the middle school was right here, and then there was a bridge where the high school was, and them high schools used to be trying to come over the bridge, trying to get our middle school girls. We used to be mad as hell.
That was we used to talk about them guys. Like, yo, you messing with girls in middle school? Like, come on, chill out, dogs, for real.
Yeah,
like she 8th grade, I'm 9th.
I'm not gonna say the guy name because you might know him, but it was a girl at my school. She was in 8th grade. I was in 6th grade. Her name was Candy. She was the most beautiful girl in the world. Oh my gosh, she was
that
so
her
beautiful.
real name?
Her real name was Candace, but everybody called her Candy. She had 2 little sisters. One named Kim, one named Shaniqua. Most beautiful girl in the world. And she was dating a high schooler.
What's his name? We'll talk about that off camera.
She was dating a high schooler. I was like, man, that shit so lame, man.
Nah, I couldn't do that. There was a lot of them. It was a lot of them that did that. You know, you look at these girls and they were like, well, she looks mature and all that good stuff, whatever. I'm like, dog, it ain't worth it. At the end of the day, she's still a little girl.
And you know, like, we all used to be at the same parties too at the youth center, and I just was like, this shit, this ain't it right here. High schoolers with middle schoolers.
I go to a whole nother spot. I'm in Heidelberg.
Yeah.
I'm in Würzburg. I'm in downtown Germany, all that. You know what I mean? Because at that time, you know, you can be
downtown Manheim was crazy
16,
too.
17, you could drink beer.
Yeah.
I was out there getting lifted.
Really, they don't card nobody. You could have been 12. I tell people that too. Like the biggest culture shock. I remember when I was in 3rd grade, I was in this little program at a school, and we basically had pen pals, German pen pals.
You right to them.
Yeah. I was the only one that had a girl pen pal because I was like teacher's pet. So I had a girl pen pal. And when we, went to each other's houses, when I went to her house, her parents actually spoke English too, so it was easier. They spoke English, but I was standing outside with her, and there was a little kid younger than me smoking a cigarette.
Oh, hell no. Damn.
Yeah, he was smoking a cigarette. I was in 3rd grade. He was in like 1st grade. He was smoking a cigarette, bro.
You see the wildest shit out there, yo. I didn't know. I used to scare me, though. It's when I used to go by like abandoned homes, and you go like different places and have the Nazi signs and shit like that.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about that. Now, the biggest culture shock for me was riding around Germany and watching how good of a job Germans did eliminating racism, the history of racism. We do not do that in the United States, especially in the South. We don't. In the South, Robert Lee is a hero and got statues everywhere. Yep. In Germany, you won't find a lick of Hitler over there.
No, they get rid of it. That's why I love the culture so much, man. People are like, what's so different from there and here? Culture. We are always about the new ways to make money and stuff like that. They keep their culture. Their buildings are historic. Their Germans love us. You know what I mean? Now the Turkish people, they don't. They hate us. But it was just that they embraced us, man. So it was great, especially playing basketball over there with them guys. You know what I mean? That was even better when I played on a semi-pro level after high school.
I was gonna ask you that. Did you go to college and play ball? Or?
I didn't play college ball. When I got to Augusta, Georgia, I had got a scholarship to go play in Texas. My mom was like, well, stay with us for another year. We don't want you to go, type shit like that, whatever. So I was like, all right, I'll chill. And that's actually, I ended up meeting my wife, my first class in college, and then I got in contact with the coach.
Augusta State?
At Augusta State, yeah. Got in contact with the coach. He was like, yeah, I'm going to have you come out, do a tryout and all that good stuff, whatever, and then we'll get you straight. He got fired. So then I kind of like got demotivated because I was already, I didn't have nobody here really. You know what I'm saying? It was just me and my sister and my parents really. I didn't know nobody. So I was like, let me just figure out what else I want to do because in my mind, I'm leaving. I'm not going to be here that long. You know what I'm saying? So I got complacent and met my wife, started dating chicks, going to parties, got a job, got a car, and the rest is kind of history for the most part.
Yeah, I remember when I met you, I think I was like 15. I was either 14 or 15, and I remember telling my homeboys, I was like, yeah, man, I was hanging out with this guy named Rodney, man. We got the same name, man. He's so cool, man. He was in a Benz, and he got this beautiful light-skinned girl with his long hair.
Boy, when you met me, man, not met me. When we came back into, when we met each other for the first time.
Yeah.
Then that was the worst, best time of my life.
Why you say that?
When I moved into that apartment with G and them,
Shout out to G and Tim.
Yeah, shout out G and Tim, dog.
That was a wild apartment, and those were some wild days.
Every day was a party in that spot, dog. We was there we moved in March. We left in August. We were there 5 months. We, no exaggerating to the audience. We partied every single day. Every day.
Yeah.
We smoked every day. We bought E&J every day.
You the reason why I hate E&J.
Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? There's 2 reasons. That apartment and it's cheap. But E&J all the time. Take the E&J bottles, put them in the freezer, collecting the bottles on the top of the you come to the crib. We had all top of the cabinets and all that good stuff, whatever. But, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't paying my bills. Be honest with you. I wasn't paying my bills, man. We was all the money that we were taking, that we were making, we were putting into entertaining everybody else. So when it's time to pay the bills, I ain't have anything. I'm entertaining chicks. You know, I got a car that I can't afford, putting gas in there, going back and forth to clubs and all that good stuff, whatever.
Didn't you have a Benz too at that time?
I would drive my mom's. A black
yeah.
one.
Oh, but you had an Explorer.
I had the Expedition.
My
dad went to Dubai, so pretty much they kind of like bought the car for me. But then one of the chicks that I was messing with got jealous that I was messing with one of her friends. Well, they became friends through me. Doesn't count. And she carved an A in the hood.
I remember that. I remember that.
Remember that shit, dog?
Yes.
My gosh, man. I was like, oh, shit. My mom was like, nope, taking the whip. So I didn't have no car for a minute. For a minute, dog. So I was like, shit, what I'm going to do? So, you know, I start talking to different chicks, whatever like that, and they had cars. If I needed to go anywhere, hey, we did. But I was there all the time. We worked right across the street at the Target and Kohl's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but after I left there, man, I went to the military. So that was 2007.
Hold on, before you get there, I got a funny story I want to tell about that time period.
Yeah, go ahead.
At this time period, I'm 14. Yeah, I'm 14. I'm in 9th grade, so I'm 14, and I'm over there kicking it with y'all. I smoke because I started smoking in 8th grade, so you know, smoking wasn't a big deal. I had been smoking for like a year, but I never drank before. Like I never got drunk, not one time. So I'm hanging out with you, and it's these. I know you don't remember this. I'm hanging out with you, and it's these 2 girls. They your age. So when I'm 14, you're how old? 21 or 22?
So that was 2007. I was 23. I had just turned 23. I moved into the apartment.
Okay. Yeah. So I wasn't 14. I was 15 then. And yeah, y'all, you know, bust out the E&J. I'm talking to the girl. I'm like, yeah, what's up, shawty? And she said, boy, you look like a kid. How old you is? I said, shit, I'm 18. And you looked out for me. You backed me up. You was like, yeah, he 18. Oh. And I'm like, yeah. Hell yeah. So she was like, oh, okay. She was like, but you too young to drink. You can't drink. I said, girl, I can drink. So I'm in there taking shots. I know I took like 15 shots of E&J. I'm talking about back to back to back. I'm acting cool. Bro, next thing I know is me and you in the car in the Benz, bro. And you woke me up and you was like, hey man, I need you to help me move this couch real quick at my mama house. And I met your mama that day too.
Wow.
Yeah. And I went in there drunk as hell, like blackout drunk, moved the couch, and you got me back in the car and you were like, hey bro, you all right? This was like some training day shit. I'm like, everything's just fuzzy. I'm like, nah, I ain't all right. And then you was like, you want me to take you home? I was like, yeah, bro. And you were like, I'll take you home. And then I ended up giving you my address, and you was like, bro, you live far as shit. You was like, how you be getting here every day? I was like, bro, I be getting here. All right, so let me tell you, you know, I'm a kid. I ain't really supposed to be out like that. So I jump in the window. I barely make it inside my window, and I fall asleep with my legs still hanging out the window.
Wow.
And I'm just in the crib enough to turn the heater on because it's cold. I turn the heater on, and that's it. I don't remember nothing else. Next thing I know, I wake up. My mom's standing over me. The heater's on. It's hot as hell on my neck, and it's throw up everywhere. Shit. And my mom's just like, yeah, it's going to school. And I'm like, man, damn.
Man. Wow. Because you used to ride with, used to be with E.
Yep.
Yeah.
It used to be me, E, and you know, me and E the same age, so it had to be somebody else driving.
What's the other cat, man, that's come over the time?
He used to be with Tyrone, and I used to be with Leon.
Ty. That's Ty. Yeah, Ty. Yeah.
Him and Ty was real close, and me and Leon was real close.
Remember Texas?
Yes, I remember Texas.
I talked to him a few days ago, Thanksgiving.
Yes,
For a little while.
some weird situations with Texas.
Yeah. He was he latched on really quickly.
Yeah,
really quickly. He was at the crib from the first day to the last, and I was like, oh shit, boy, would you go home? They used to wake me up, like, cause if you know in that house, I had more the cleaner side. To the house.
Of course.
When you first walked in, my room was right there.
So
my shit be clean, all that good stuff. I lock the door, whatever like that, because I may have a female in there, and I don't want them to, to mingle in with ignorant ass goddamn Tim and G. I still love y'all, but y'all still ignorant. They used to bang on my door, literally bang on my door. Whistling would be outside the door because, he'd be outside the door banging on my wall, Texas. Like, yo, it's time to smoke. Running them, then we was smoking them gangs.
Them extendos.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
I was like, oh, shit, all right. And then it became a trend. We used to smoke at like...
You don't smoke no more, do you?
Nah, not really. Nah, I'll dibble and dabble. You know what I'm saying? Because one of my homeboys, he gets some good shit, and I never turn that shit down. That shit be fire as fuck, because it'll make me feel like crazy and, what's the word? Paranoid.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was paranoid, but then I thought it was because of situations that I was in. You know what I mean? But come to find out, it's the weed.
Yeah, it's definitely the
it's
weed.
The weed, man. For real.
But also, just to get off this time period, I remember you and your cousin got into a real bad fight, and you just disappeared. I never seen you again. I guess that's when you joined the military.
Yeah,
y'all got into a fight about that apartment.
Me and my cousin Terrence, and it was actually that fight was it lasted probably 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? It was because, we family, we brothers. We damn in the crib together. You know what I'm saying? So it was, and then plus was other things that was going on in that apartment that wasn't just right for me. You know what I mean? And me and G had that conversation. Me and Tim never did, but you move on. And I don't have any, but it was the best, worst year of my life.
Did you join the military right after that, though?
I did. So we moved out.
Because I was wondering where the hell you went.
We moved out in August. I joined the military in October.
Damn. Literally right after.
Yep. 2 months. I was gone. Actually, a week after I moved back in with my mom, I went down to the to the recruiter. And they started doing the paperwork and all that good stuff, whatever. And I was gone in October. I never looked back, really.
What made you join right after that, though?
I had to do something to get myself out of here. Because if I didn't, then I would have became subject to settling. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to better myself and stuff like that. I always had a job. I always did things, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I felt myself. I was like, I got to do something. I got to shake this shit up.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, Rodney. You like a real, professional type nigga. And we was kids and we was dumb as hell. You had no business being around none of us. And we run around selling nickel bags of weed and playing with guns and just doing dumb shit. And you professional as hell. Like, you shirt and tie type. I mean, shirt and tie type. And you mingling with us, it's like, bro.
Let me tell you some crazy shit and we can get off the topic. We can move on to the next one. This is my memory from this spot. I had a homeboy. You know what I mean? It's crazy that you say the professional thing. Homeboy. And I don't have too many white friends. You know what I'm saying? That I hang out outside of work. So I was like, yeah, come to the crib, whatever like that. He had just bought an F-150. So it's Texas outside. The old Fred. You remember Fred? Used to live next door to me?
Yeah.
All them young cats that lived out there in that neighborhood. So he come in the crib, whatever like that. He was like, I ain't going to stay that long, whatever. I'm just going to holler, whatever. So he stayed, I guess probably about an hour. Had a drink, whatever like that. He leaves. He gets in his car. He calls me and says, somebody stole my radio out of my car.
Damn.
What the fuck? Really? And I'm like, let me call Texas. So I called Texas. He was like, man, I don't got nothing to do with it. But I'm sure Fred or something like that, probably one of them boys went inside his car and took that shit. They took his goddamn radio right in front of the damn apartment building. Said, yo, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro. It was savage over there. Like, I got 100 stories that I'd rather not tell.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit. So let's move
but
on.
It was savage over there, bro. Whew. It was, and then I didn't even know why. Like, nigga, we in Columbia County.
Facts. If people know exactly where location that we was at, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, why is all that going on over there?
For real.
Yeah, but I was a kid, so I was just doing shit just to do shit.
Most definitely.
But yeah, so you joined the military. Mm-hmm. What branch did you go in? Army. How'd you like it?
Hated it. The money was great. I signed a bonus. I got like $40,000 for a bonus. And my dad was prior military, so I went in with a lot of love too. So I went in with not a higher rank, but I was the top rank private that you can be. So
that you can join in.
You know, I was an E3. So when I went in, it changed my mental. I was good on that end, you know what I'm saying? But I knew that me at that age that I was an entrepreneur. I knew that nobody can control what the fuck I had in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I had to.
Did you do well in the military though?
I did. I was a sharpshooter. You know what I'm saying? I never shot a gun prior to that. Never shot a gun. Went out there, excelled in it. You know what I mean? Excelled in being a leader. You know, I always did that. You know what I mean? So with the principles that they gave me, it was great. It's just it wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? It was more I was trying to be my dad at that time when I made that decision. I was like, you know what? Let me try to be him. But in doing that, you learn that you can't be somebody else. You gotta be who you are.
I agree.
You know?
Great man to follow though.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I still fucking want to follow it in his damn footsteps. Go out and think about like a $700,000 house. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo. You say, yeah, right now.
He's in the real estate, right?
No, my mom is.
Oh, yeah.
My dad still works on Fort Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah. My mom, she do all that. My mom's always been the miscellaneous one. She do all that. She owned the shop. She was a cosmetologist and do all that good stuff or whatever. But my mom always, you know, she dibble and dabble in all different things, real estate.
Both your parents entrepreneurs, though, right?
That. My dad never got into the entrepreneurship.
Okay.
He's more like the behind the scenes type guy. He ain't he did mention that he does want a lounge one day, but nah, my dad's a government guy for the rest of his life.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, though.
Yeah, for real.
So how long did you stay in the military?
For 4 years. Almost at 5. So about 4 years, 7 months.
What made you get out? You was just tired? You needed a new
Yeah,
challenge?
At the end of the day, I started slacking at the end. You know what I mean? Like the last probably about 2 or 3 months, started slacking and all that good stuff, whatever. And I was finding myself inside the NCO's office a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just from being late to what's that, PT, all that good stuff, whatever. I just wasn't being responsible. You know, my son was just born during that time, so I wanted to spend as much time as I can with him. So I just couldn't do it. I was like,
where are you stationed at?
I did everything here. I didn't leave not one time. I did.
So you've been in Augusta for a minute.
Yeah, I did basic training at
Fort Jackson.
Fort Benning.
Fort Benning.
Yeah,
okay.
Columbus, Georgia. Then I did my AIT on Fort Gordon. And then after I got AIT, I was stationed on Fort Gordon.
And you did the whole 4 or 5 years on Fort Gordon.
Right here. Yep.
I mean that's probably also why you ain't really like your experience.
Yeah, I wasn't doing anything different. You know, but prior, you know, I had moved. I traveled a lot, so it's really not.
Yeah.
It's not wanting to get away from Augusta. It's just a mentality thing. Because even now, I live in Augusta still, but I don't feel like I'm here anymore. Because my mind is just everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? We travel so much that only time I really see my house is during, as far as the week. Because we gone every weekend for the most part. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I did everything here. Unfortunately.
What got you into traveling? Was it being a military kid?
Military, and I wanted to make sure my sons experienced the same thing I did, even though it wouldn't be the same because I wouldn't be moving around like that.
You're never going to be able to give them that Germany experience.
No.
I'm here to tell you. There's really no place like that.
They try to do it down in, you ever been to Helen, Georgia?
Mm-mm.
It's a small German town. So my mom and them took my
son.
I
got to go there.
Yeah, that's and the pictures that they show. It's like, you know, you can go to Oktoberfest and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Or you go like downtown, as far as in downtown area, it kind of looks like that. You know, I've never been, but the pictures that I've seen,
I know what you're talking about. It's a German town in Texas. My mom takes me to all the time. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's a cool little replica, but it's like,
not it though.
It's kind of like them Shaq Walmart shoes versus Jordans.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you just can't get it. Like the candy over there, the candy truck.
Yeah, the candy truck, the icy lady. I stayed in the
yeah.
building with the icy lady.
Oh shit.
I stayed on the 3rd floor. She stayed on the 1st floor. Remember?
Yeah, you had what's name? You had the connect.
Yeah.
I used to like because let me get off that. Well, I was talking about that all day, boy. That's my culture.
Yeah, but yeah, you'll never be able to get from that Germany experience, living on a base with all your friends and playing how to go get it in the basements.
Ooh, boy, I named the damn basement the casino. My shit was popping, boy. That shit.
Oh, there was see these civilian kids. They don't get it. Y'all ain't got the same experience as we got.
Oh man,
Y'all don't got it.
Nah. They got this social media shit going on. Nah, man, we was really out there. We had to go get the number.
Yeah, in the
You know
field
what
with
we
it.
couldn't DM. You know what I'm saying?
In the
I was
field
out with
with
a
it.
pen and a piece of paper, hollering like, "Yo,
Can I holler?
Can I get your
holler?
Can I get your number, please?" No, shit. You know what I mean? Ain't no tracking down nobody on Facebook and shit like
And
that.
them phone lines, used to cost like $2 a month.
yeah.
So everybody had their own phone
Doing
line.
6 ways. You call this person. You call this person. Yeah, man, that shit.
Everybody had phones in their room. Them shits was $2 a month, and cell phones was $10 a month.
Shit's the worst, man.
Everybody was up, bruh. Everybody had cell phones.
Chat
and,
rooms.
Yeah. What was going on then?
MSN chat rooms, yo.
Yeah. It was
AOL.
MSN. AOL, MSN. It was AOL, then MSN.
That's right there, boy. Used to be popping, boy, going in them black rooms. Then they went to the whole little, then the MySpace and all that shit. So, yeah.
I remember I used to be in the chat rooms and like I used to be lying to girls telling them I was older than what I was. And they used to be joking like, why the hell you type so slow? So I went up to my mom's and was like, yeah, you'll buy me this. Remember the little typing jant with a black girl jumping across the keyboard?
I don't think I remember that.
Man, if I show it to you, you'll be like, everybody remembers this. It was a computer program that taught you how to type with a little black girl jumping across the keyboard.
I couldn't see this shit, boy.
I stayed up all night for a week straight and taught myself how to type so I can get in the chat room. And now I type 100 words a minute.
I hear that. Shit.
I was in 3rd grade when I did this.
Learn to get your fingers on the home keys.
Yo.
Was the ASD? Was it ASDF? Something like that?
Yo.
And then you just move your fingers up and stuff like that. I think
Yeah,
I
that's
think I
it.
hit like 60.
It's crazy. I can't tell you the letters, but I can type. I can't tell you the letters though.
Yep.
Like, cause it's been programmed in me so long. Just like German, like I can understand everything you say in German, and I just can't say it back because I ain't spoken in so long.
They were like, you know any German? I was like, nah, not really, but I can get around.
Yeah, I used to be able to speak it, bro. I don't know what happened.
You speak it like fluently?
Yeah, I told you I was in German since 2nd grade.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Yeah, and we didn't move until 7th grade.
Oh wow, yeah, you definitely far as the fluent in that joint because you were young.
Yep, I was young, and then I was in those advanced programs, so that's all we did. I ain't start doing dumb shit, bad shit till we moved here.
Got you.
Moved to Columbia County.
Fucking influences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
But so what you did when you got out of the military?
I was working at call centers. I started working at T-Mobile. Did T-Mobile. Then I went to different call centers and stuff like that. And I'm the type of person where I bust my ass hard. You know what I mean? So I moved up in ranks. So like for instance, you go to training, and then they come in and tell them stories and shit like that. Like, yeah, I've been here this amount of time, and I moved from being a agent on the floor to being a trainer, a manager in like 6 months. And I'll be thinking like, oh shit, you did it in 6? I'm doing it 4.
Yeah.
So I did that in every job that I went to. You know what I'm saying? And then I just got tired of it because I was moving up so fast that people would try to do things to jeopardize my my growth.
Yeah.
And a couple of times I took it to the chin and just were like, I ain't even gonna say nothing about it. But as I got older, I got wiser and I started understanding myself. I was like, I ain't gonna accept this no more. And then it kept happening, and I kept having to defend myself. And I was like, I gotta do something different. You know what I'm saying? So I took a risk, and I opened my first business with my, shout out to Julian. We started Blended Colors, and we started doing actually, it went back a little bit, a few years back, because I was in this entertainment group called Fallback, and we was promoting parties and shit like that, and we did terrible. We had 3 parties, and we were negative in all 3 of them motherfuckers.
Damn.
Because it was like, and somebody told me back then too, it was like, just because you know how to go to a party doesn't mean that you know how to throw a party. You know what I mean? And I took that shit, and I was very cocky with it. I was like, nigga, I know how to throw a fucking party from New York. Fuck out of here. I know what the fuck I'm doing. No, people didn't come. because I didn't do it right. I wasn't advertising it correctly. So I took that stuff, and I fast forwarded to 2018. And I just put everything into being an entrepreneur. 2018 was kind of like a make or break year for me. I was paying for a home, I was paying for cars, all that shit based off ticket sales. You know what I mean? So it became, I was pressurized. You know, it was a lot of shit on me. But the while I got a lot of opportunities and a lot of things came my way, and you know, from there, you know, I started doing, started getting better at actually paying jobs, because I started networking with people and shit like that. Whatever, was at ADP, did that for a little while. Now I'm at Allstate. And I really do what I want to do at Allstate. I work from home. That shit's gravy. And then me and my wife, we started VTS about 2 years ago. And that's flourishing. About to open a building downtown.
What made y'all start that?
Jamel actually started on the product because she wanted to lose weight, to be honest with you.
Oh, can you tell the people what it is first, though? My bad.
So,
I ain't want to.
Yeah, so check it. So have y'all ever heard about Herbalife? Herbalife has been around for 40 years. These guys, they do everything from shakes to, you know, healthy treats to now soups, supplements, all that good stuff. So, all natural, all that good stuff, whatever. And it helps you lose weight, things of that nature. But of course, with anything, it's not gonna just, you can't drink it and then you're gonna be like Nutty Professor and just drop the weight. You gotta work out with the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, my wife, she found herself in a I ain't putting you on blast, babe, but I'm telling the story. For real. So she wanted to lose some weight. You know what I mean? So a girl reached out to her, and from Herbalife, and was like, hey, you should, you know, be a coach. You know, start out with the program. You know, get some products and see how it works for you. So she lost like 25 pounds in like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? So
that's real good.
Yeah. You know, so she was excited. She was happy, you know what I mean, in it, but still not motivated, because Jamel is not the business side of that. She looked at it as, okay, I'm losing weight. I love the company. Cool. She wanted me to take the product. I didn't take the products. I didn't want to take the products. I'm skinny as shit. I don't need to take the products. I'm all right. You know what I mean? So that was like August of 2018. August of 2019. And then January, she qualified to win a trip to Vegas, right? Based off the sales she was getting, you know, because she was advertising, she was losing weight, so other people was buying it and all that good stuff, whatever. So I was like, all right, bet, I'm coming with you, because I ain't going to send you to no goddamn, you know, retreat with other guys and shit like that, whatever, and I ain't there, especially in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't been to Vegas, you know, it's Sin City for real. You know, you get a couple of drinks in yourself, you don't know where the fuck you at. So
there got to be some Molly in them drinks.
Boy, every time I go to goddamn Vegas, man, I get lit, man. I don't know what the hell they put in that them drinks, dogs. But I'll be up and down the damn the strip. But anyway, fast forward. That was January. We went February. So this is right before the whole. This is February 2020. This is right before COVID and all that stuff hit. You know what I'm saying? All the shutdown and all that good shit. So I go out there and I meet these guys. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yo, he said, last month I made, I think he said 90,000 in 1 month. You know what I mean? And I said, what the fuck did you do? You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen the business. I see it on Instagram and all that good stuff, whatever. And he was like, I just sold the product. You know what I'm saying? I sold the product. People believed in me. I told my story and things of that nature, and just went from there. You know what I mean? So I was like, I want to do that shit. I want $90,000 in a month. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So we spent the whole weekend with them guys, like 3 days and shit like that, whatever. Man, we get back home. I tell Jamel, like, yo, we need to start this shit. We need to start doing shakes. We need to start doing tea. We need to start doing something. And she's like, where are we going to do it at? I said, we're going to do it at the goddamn house. You know what I'm saying? So I started started I don't know, you remember last year, we started a fit camp.
Yeah, I remember.
We was working outdoors and shit like that, whatever. We hadn't made a tea, so we started the fit camp in May. We came back from Vegas in February. So I had told her about the idea to make the teas and the shakes and all that good stuff, but we never got to it. Work got involved, got kids and all that shit. So May come around, so we like, well, what we gonna give them at the damn whatever? I said we should give them samples of the damn the Herbalife products and shit like that, whatever. She was like, nah. I was like, yeah, we should. So I made the teas. Man, I sold, had to be like 17 teas in like 2 hours or some shit like that, whatever. I was like, shit, we need to put this shit on paper, man, and do it. So we started the business, and then from there, man, we started averaging like 50 or 60 teas a week. You know what I'm saying? Selling like $7 a pop. I was like, I don't want these motherfuckers coming to my house no more, and I don't feel like driving to meet them. So I was like, I'm gonna start an LLC. So I started the LLC. I got the business plan and all that good stuff, and I started presenting it to people. I started finding buildings downtown. I presented it to one person, and he was like, yo, I believe in you, and I want to fully fund the building, the renovations, all that shit, you know, off one business plan. And I just had to believe in it. I sat down, I prayed on it, you know what I mean, and it just came into fruition, you know, and that's how all that stuff came to wraps. And the building that we're actually going to be in is off of 8th Street. And the reason why it's not open now is because on top of the building, they're building 14 Airbnbs. So they got to do that first before they can start on my building downstairs. So it's going to be...
My homeboy stay on 8th Street, Damo. I don't know if you seen him on my pod.
You know the corner of Gaucho's? You know what Gaucho's is? That's my building's on the end of that. It used to be the old... what's the vegan place?
Humanitary?
Humanitary. It used to be the old Humanitary. And they moved across the street.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, it's gonna be good, man. You know, I'm all about, you know, uplifting, you know, helping out the community and all that good stuff, whatever. So I can't wait. For real. It's gonna be dope.
And how do you balance having a business and having a 9-to-5?
I say that I have to in my mind. I say I got to do it. If I don't, who is? You know, so I'm okay with, I became okay with being tired. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because some people are like, I'm be tired. I ain't going to do that shit. You know what I mean? I had to say, okay, well, shit, tonight I'm not going to get but 3 hours of sleep. You know what I mean? So I had to carry, because it's not just 9 to 5 in business. It's 9 to 5. It's business. Family. Trade. Mm-hmm. My son right now is in 3 basketball leagues. So it's that, and I don't miss no games, and I don't miss no practices. You know what I'm saying? And if we are late for one, he'll miss that shit together. We all together, we gonna miss together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so it's difficult. I'm not gonna say it's easy. I may make it look easy, but it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of, you know, it makes it easier is like I work from home. For real. I can do the, you know, because, you know, we started the podcast too. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I do the VTS, all the business stuff. I do my 9 to 5, and then by the time 6 o'clock come around, my wife and my son is walking in the door, and then it's a whole nother job. You know what I mean? At that, but I enjoy it. You know what I mean? It the benefits is so much greater when you just put your mind to it.
Event planning. What got you into event planning? Because that's your business called the Wells Project, right?
Yeah, the Wells Project. So I hated going to clubs, and they weren't fulfilling me. I was going out and shit like that with it. I'm like, shit's whack. Like for real, like, you know, it's whack. It's not me. It was like, yo, that shit was lit. I'm like, I don't know where you got that lit shit from. I don't like this. I'm like, why are they not attracting like better looking girls? I was like, I go out to Walmart and I see better looking girls in Walmart than I do in the clubs, because they're not the classy women are not coming to these spots because of the crowd that they actually bring. I
mean, that's Augusta also though.
Yeah, true.
Augusta has a history of hole in the wall, ratchet clubs. Like I just told somebody today that Truth. I'm just gonna say the club name. Truth. The ideal of Truth. I know the owners of Truth, one of the owners, and before it even opened, I had a conversation with him, and he told me, he was like, yeah, we're going to bring that Atlanta scene to Augusta. And I had to hold my laugh, because I was like, everybody says that. Empire said that. Everybody said that. It's not going to happen. And sure enough, he brung it. It worked for like 2-3 weeks. After that, back to smoking blunts in the club with your pants sag wearing designer.
They want to get the money. They want to get the money is more important than the product. I always say it's quality over quantity. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'd rather have 100 people of quality than to sell out 500 and then nobody ever comes to another one of my events again. You know what I'm saying? What do I have to say? Oh, I had 500 people at an event. Did you have another one? No. Why? Because shit, they shot up the place, or it was a bad. I don't know. They had a bad experience. So those are the major reasons of why I wanted to create an experience for people that made them feel like they were in Atlanta, or make them feel like they were in New York, or make them feel like they was in LA, or make them feel like they were just not in Augusta. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with Augusta. Augusta has raised me from 18, 19 to 37. You know what I mean? Have nothing wrong with it, but just like I said, it's a mentality that they have. But I wanted to change that. And I said I give myself 5 years. And when I started it, I said I'm going to give myself 5 years. I'm going to build up the Wells Rich Project events. And then from there, I'm going to take this shit global. You know what I mean? Because I have so many different ideas as far as events that go through my mind daily. Some of them I even give them away. You know.
What's the first event you did?
We did Art Inspires Music. So we had a live artist. He painted Michael Jackson, came in there with a canvas probably about the size. It's probably about 30 by 40, something like that canvas. It was white. He painted it black. It took him 45 minutes. He painted a whole Michael Jackson in 45 minutes live in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? We did that. We had a live band. We had 2 spoken word people. And then I had different artists I had a person from Philly, had a chick from, where's she? Deja's from, she's from New York. And then my other guy, Arthur, he's actually from here, from South Carolina. Had art everywhere and all that good stuff, whatever. No DJ. It was actually all acoustic music, all as far as band music. People had a good time. You know what I mean? Had the drinks.
So you put some money into this event then?
To be honest with you, man.
Because that sound like a lot of travel fees.
Let me tell you now, the most expensive part of the event was the venue. The venue cost me $500. Everybody else did everything out of love because they were doing. What the plan was, you're bringing your art. Their art has never been seen. You know what I'm saying? You're bringing your art here so it can be sold, and all 3 of them had art pieces sold that night. You know what I mean? And then the only people that really made money was I had little bottle girls that were delivering the drinks and all that good stuff, whatever. So I would say, far as I probably put maybe $1,000 into that party. Not major. It wasn't too crazy. I'm smart with it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a nice experience, but I gotta be smart.
Have you put on an event and took a major loss?
Nope. Haven't. All my events have been successful. Thank God. They have.
Sure.
Thank God. They I looked forward for a loss. I did. You know, I was like, I know it's not gonna be good. This one is, people they're not gonna, like, for instance, I did a gay pride event, right? Mm-hmm. Boy, it took me 2 weeks to harp on that shit. I was like, my business partner Julian was like, yo, we should do one. It's gay pride week. We should do an event. We should do one. I was like, man, I don't know, because I don't know if I'll be able to cater to them people the right way, because I'm not that, and I don't want to disrespect that culture. So I had to sit on it for like 2 weeks. I did. And then we did it. It popped off. It was major. It was major, man. We had because what we wanted to do was get the people that were traveling down the sidewalk, down Broad Street, and have them come up, because the building that we were in was at the end of 6th Street, I believe. I can't remember. But it had like an upstairs. You had to walk into the upstairs. And we had somebody sitting outside with that little gay pride flag, whatever, like that. And next thing I know, dog, I said they could pay $20 and it was unlimited drinks. Man, I had about 50 people inside there. It was major. It was great. You know what I'm saying? And
how you pull off unlimited drinks, though?
So wine. I have a vendor that I actually go through. I only pay $3 a bottle for wine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you guys got my secret. Now y'all have my secret on champagne, though, you know. So, but I could include it, you know, as a price and stuff like that, whatever. But I feel like that was something that I never experienced too, going to a party, and that's why I do that. All my events have free drinks, except for that gay pride event, because we had we had the damn Hunch Punch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I put some money into that. So I was like, all right, you pay $20 and just unlimited drinks all night, whatever. Which is still damn like free drinks. But I want people to leave like I gave you something. You know, it's the incentive. You know what I'm saying? You can party with me. I support you. You know, party with me. So this is my token to say thank you. You know what I mean? So generally, I only do wine. Sometimes I may do like a signature drink, but it's generally only wine. I want people to be chill.
What you think the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur has been for you?
Time. The time.
I just told Blue today, I said, man, if I had 3 more hours in the day, I would be good. Just give me 27 hours in a day. I swear I'll be good.
Facts. Time, man. It's not enough time in the world for the things that you actually do. Like I took a risk doing this New Year's party. You know what I mean? Because I generally only gave myself a month to sell 100 tickets. Mm-hmm. And I know I can do it, you know what I mean, based off the far as the ticket sales now. You know what I mean? But that's it. It's just the time. The time. It's just not enough time in a day. Not enough. It's just not enough time. It really is not. Even with the event time that I get 3 hours. Even in that time frame, I'm trying to put as much as I can in that 3 hours as I can, but I can't because I don't want to, oversaturate it. You know, so that's the major thing. I would think the second thing, you know what I'm saying, would probably be, as far as hard, taking criticism. I didn't take it well in the beginning. You know what I mean? A lot of people as far as said things exactly as far as that I know, they were determined to make me stop. And people that were close to me, you know what I mean, too. So just kind of taking that shit on the chin and be like, they coming from a different place of energy that I don't have to accept because I know me and I know exactly what I want to do and just keep going forward.
Mm. Yeah. So now let's talk about the live show y'all started. How did y'all come up with this live show and what's the live show about? So
shout out to Hal, sincerely, A Hal and Ralph Sneaks on Instagram. They actually, to give you a story about that, they actually both used to be my barbers. Well, Ralph is still my barber, and Hal used to be my barber when he was here. So I used to have conversations with Ralph sitting in the chair, about things outside of just sports, family, kids, all type of different stuff, whatever, like rap, all that shit, R&B. Same thing I did with Hal, getting deep when he first had his son. Talking about kids, his son, raising kings and shit like that, whatever. So they had started doing lives earlier in the year, close to like the end of last 2020. And I used to watch theirs and stuff like that, whatever. And fast forward to May of this year, he reached out to me. He was like, yo, I got a business opportunity. How? He's like, I got a business opportunity for you, dog. He said, I want you to join our All or Nothing Media group. I was like, okay, shit. What you want me to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because me, when I don't do things to get things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I do them because I want to do them out the kindness of my heart. But he was like, man, you inspire, we watch you inspire people, you know what I'm saying? You're constantly motivating, you uplifting and stuff like that, whatever. And we want to bring that aspect to our lives. So actually it was supposed to be me having a day by myself, you know what I'm saying? And I'll just be talking by myself. But we started vibing. We started like trying to figure out different topics. And then in that, you know what I'm saying? It was like, well, shit, we should do all this shit together. You know what I mean? So we started the live. We did a pilot. It was receptive. You know what I mean? And from there, man, we started just doing different topics daily. You know what I mean? Different topics. As far as we talk every day to this point. And bringing up everything from, social injustice to, the black race, to sex. We started the After Dark shit.
Yeah, I seen that. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Especially the relationship things y'all did. Yeah. Like, didn't y'all have like 3 weeks in a row where I think you had your wife on there, mm-hmm. and then Ralph had his girlfriend, and then Hal had a random lady.
Random girl.
Yeah.
Yep. We did that. We did it for I think we did 2 series of that. 2 or 3 series of that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like 2. And it was great. That was really, really receptive. So we did that on Tuesday nights, and then we did our main podcast on Wednesday nights. and then this random stuff throughout the actual week. But now we took a hiatus because now we're gonna start doing post production. So we're gonna start that in the beginning of January. So we got our equipment sitting in my in my house right now. I'm anxious to open the box up so we can get to it. Mics and all that good stuff, whatever. So GoPros and all that shit. So we're trying to do all types of
that's what's
stuff.
up.
You know what I mean? So it's we just want we want to inspire. If you guys want to check it out, it's All in None Media on Instagram, and we also on Facebook as well too. So check out the past shows and all that good stuff, whatever, man, and get your learn on. For real.
Yeah. Y'all gonna see this podcast thing get interesting, man.
Mm-hmm.
I be noticing though, like when I watch y'all shows, I just told somebody this recently. It's only a handful of people I know that make being married look cool. You one of them. Because, I don't believe in marriage. But y'all make it look real cool. Like, okay, I dig this. I can fuck with this.
It ain't that easy. I'm telling you that right now, boy. I'm on here being very transparent.
How long you been married? How long you been married?
Actually, 10 years this year. This year was 10 years.
How did y'all make it 10 years?
Oh, shit.
How did she make it 10 years?
God damn, boy. Oh, my gosh. It's communication is the main.
I made sure we ended with this, too.
Yeah.
Because it's the most important one.
Communication is very key. Dating your spouse is very key. The ability to humiliate yourself, and be humble to your spouse, as well as be unselfish. You have to do those things. It's not about you anymore. And once you realize that, the longevity gets even longer and longer. Because my parents been married now 38 years. They've been together for 45.
Let me ask you a question based off that. And I'm so glad you said that because I really wanted to ask you this on camera. So you growing up seeing a healthy relationship, how much of that do you think factored into you growing up and having a healthy relationship?
I wanted to mimic it. I wanted it. I saw it now. My parents, they have, every relationship has their ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? You're going to argue. You're going to bicker, all that shit, cuss each other out, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But the love is really what you actually see. You see the love. You see exactly how far they take care of each other. You see how your mom, my dad has a long day. She rub his back. You know what I mean? My dad comes and my mom is crying, stuff like that. He may go buy her a car. Some shit. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Those things it was a huge factor in me and Jamel's relationship, and I wanted to see. At that time, my parents probably were married. Let me see, 20-something years when me and Jamel got together. 20-something years, and I wanted that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, whatever I have to do, I'm going to try my best. To stay married. It's been rough. You know what I'm saying? But I would say it's more ups than downs. Because you get, I got a child. You know what I mean? My son. He'll be 12 on Friday, December 10th. And that's the biggest blessing.
He only 12 years old?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's 5'3".
Yeah,
he's the biggest
huge.
blessing, man. But that is it's the communication, putting the time in. You know what I mean? And love unconditionally. If you have conditions, then it's not gonna work. For real. Yeah. But yeah, man, we've been together 14 years, been married 10.
Ooh, that's a long time, dog. Yeah. Especially nowadays, because the last pod we actually did, my dog Rello said that he don't believe that that our generation is going to be able to have those type of love stories that you just said. That's why I wanted to make sure I asked you that question as a follow up for that.
They won't. So that's why I don't know. You remember that question that I put out, and I still put it on the podcast too. And I said the first date vacation.
Yeah.
And people was like, no, I don't want to do that shit. But I had a lot of people say, yeah. And I had a lot of people that said they got married from first date vacations. So just to explain, I put a question out on our podcast a few months ago. And I said, instead of going out to eat on your first date, take your girl or take that guy on a trip out of town. You know what I'm saying? So you can figure out exactly who they really are when you put them in that type of element. Are they a person? Are they money hungry? Or is this the life that they want to live? Or if they're humble, You can see a lot of those things, you know what I mean, in a lot of people. Some people took it different. They was like, hell no, I ain't spend that money on the person. Not doing that. I'm like, you're in control of the situation.
Yeah.
Because if they are that person, you're gonna spend that type of money when you go out to eat anyways. You know what I'm saying? So why not go on a trip and far as enjoy each other? You're getting the best of both worlds. If she ain't right for you or he ain't right for you, then do your own thing. Leave. Shit.
Yeah, you trying to set people up for the kill.
I get it, but hey,
I'm gonna tell you a story because that reminds me of a situation, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but the story is hilarious. Mm-hmm. This girl asked this guy to go on a trip with her, and when they got there, the girl was like, "Yeah, man, I'm so glad we on this trip together. You know, I really wanted you going on the trip because I'm actually celibate right now, and I knew, you know, you don't really care about sex that much." And the guy was like, "You're absolutely wrong." Excuse me. He was like, we should go up to the desk and get separate rooms.
Okay, got you.
Nah. He. This isn't about me. He. Yes.
That is an element, but see, that's also an element that you're figuring out that type of person. You're figuring that person out. You know what I'm saying? I'm celibate. So, all right. So I got a girl. She says, all right, she says she's celibate. I go out there, and maybe she's the one to take me on a date. You know what I mean? So her mind, she was like, okay, only thing he thinks about is sex. So that he's not the right one for me. You know what I'm saying? So you figure those things out. You know what I mean? It's okay to be yourself. You know what I mean? If that's who you are, then that's who you are. If they don't accept that, then you figure
Rodney,
it out.
you way more mature than me. I'm gonna give it to you. Because me, I'm like, Shawty, we in Puerto Rico? You not trying to have sex? And then I'm gonna be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I'm not Kevin Samuels. Mm-hmm. I hate all that manosphere shit.
Got you.
But I have no idea why a woman in her 30s with multiple children is celibate. I don't get it whatsoever. It makes zero sense in my head.
That I don't either. I know.
So you had to throw the maturity out the window.
I do. So I'm gonna tell you right now. There's a girl now that I know. Shit, if I say this, it's probably going to be. They probably know who it is. But anyway, it's a girl that I know exactly. She's in her 30s. She has multiple kids, things of that nature, and she's celibate. And every time I look at her post, and I'm like, why and how? Like what's the reason? Like you're shooting down guys and telling them exactly that you're not this because why? What's your angle?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
What's the end goal in this?
Are you doing it because you have it hurt you? That's different. If it hurt you, then okay. Or are you doing it as far as just to play a game? Because you know some chicks, you know, they say the power of the pussy is key, but I don't believe in that shit. Like, your pussy not gonna make me do nothing.
Not at all.
Nothing.
It's crazy too. Like when I was young, I was real childish, and I was like, "Yeah, I ain't taking no girl serious that I have sex with on the first date." And now that I'm grown, I'm like, "Bruh, that shit don't matter."
Not true, because you gotta look at yourself as being like, shit. Maybe I'm just that special. That's how I looked at the shit. I did. You know what I mean?
Nah. When my dog Blue hear you say that, that's gonna hit a nerve. My nigga Blue said, and I'm quoting Blue. He said, "Y'all niggas need to stop thinking y'all Chris Brown. Y'all niggas think that y'all a moonwalking pretty nigga when she just chose you that night. You are not special. She just chose you because it was your turn."
If it happens more than once, then shit, we are Chris Brown.
That's what I told him. He be getting mad at me talking about Slim, you got too much confidence. I'm like, I know you ain't talking.
No. I ain't gonna cast you down, chick, because you had sex on the first night. I would have sex with me on the first night.
See, I feel like that's the confidence you're supposed to have as a man.
Yeah, it is what it is. They're gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying. And they have in their mind that, you know, they want to have sex with you just as well as you got in your mind that you want to actually do it. You know what I mean? They just want to. Some people just want to make the man the sex crazed, sex hungry type person, and it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you.
It depends who you is though, because like I ain't gonna lie, I've never been the guy in a relationship with the higher sex drive. My sex drive super low.
Yeah, well, I can't say I have. I said can't. No, was I? No, I generally do have. My sex drive is just high. Fuck it. It is. I ain't no like no fucking freak ass. Yeah. I got a pretty high sex drive. I do. I can go.
So let me ask you, because we normally don't even like get too deep into sex on this podcast, but I have to ask you. It was a post that was circulating everywhere, and everybody was talking about it. And they was like, "Yeah, if your man don't have sex with you at least 2 days, 2 times a day, he's cheating on you." And everybody was like, "Who the hell having sex every day?"
Hell yeah. So what's your question?
The question is, do you think married people should have sex every day?
Yes.
Is that possible?
Yeah. If you have a structured life.
Okay.
If your life is structured, then yeah. If you got a 9 to 5, you wake up every day to, you know what I'm saying, you go to sleep at a certain hour, you watch your shows and all that good stuff, whatever. You guys wake up every day together, then yeah, I think that you can do it every day. Is it realistic? No, it's not, because
that's what I'm asking.
People, I think you can, but it's not realistic. People get tired. You know what I mean? Some nights are longer than others. Sick, child, you have guests that come over, all those different things take you out of your energy and take you out of your element. Now, realistically, 3 or 4 times a week, yes.
Okay. I can go for that. I'm more so of a 2 times a week guy, but I can go for 3 or 4.
That's cool. You know what I mean? Now that I'm married, I can't even tell you exactly as far as how many times per week. Because it's not when it gets to this point. You know what I'm saying? It's not that it's not important.
Yeah.
It's
partnership is more important.
Yeah. And you're thinking of different ways in a marriage to build that connection. So if sex is the only one and you don't have sex, then you don't have connection. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out, okay, what do we like? Trips together? Do we like cooking together? Do we like driving fast and nice cars together? I don't fucking know. Something. You know what I mean? So that takes away from the element as well too. So
where you like to travel to? What's your favorite travel spot?
Puerto Rico. It's crazy that you said that. I love Puerto Rico, bro. I love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is the culture is dope out there. I guess it's because I'm from New York, and being around the Puerto Ricans in the Bronx, it's like home to me. But hands down, probably second close to it, Miami. I love the strip clubs.
Why you like Miami?
Love
the strip clubs?
Oh my fucking gosh. G5 is something serious, boy. I guess because when we went to the experience, that G5 was just so fucking amazing.
So you like women with fake asses?
Nah, not really. I don't really.
That's what being a strip club though.
Yeah, but not the ones that always attract to me. They be them tall, light skinned, natural body chicks. You know what I'm saying?
Your wife like strip clubs?
Yeah, she does now. She does now, boy, for real. Like, I'm definitely, we going out of town, I'm hitting one. That's for sure. I got to go. It's just the experience of being out there. And she'll tell me, you know what I mean? Hey, you want to go to the strip club? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. I like Miami for that and the weather. But Puerto Rico, if I got to go anywhere, it's Puerto Rico every time.
Where you like to stay at in Miami?
I stay at on Biscayne at the DoubleTree. So they have the DoubleTree there, their hotel. They have one side that's the regular hotels, and they have another side that's penthouses. Mm-hmm. So I lucked up. My sister had a 30th birthday, so I was like, all right, book the rooms and shit like that, whatever. So I found that spot, and I had one room it was a penthouse. It was on a 32nd floor, all white. 3-bedroom. Shit was laid all white. I'm talking about white, damn marble floors, couches white, like Belly when they walk in Tommy crib. It looked like that. And then the room that my sister and them stayed in was like an earth tone room. It was dope, you know what I mean? And I was like, shit, every time I come to Miami, I'm staying here. So I took my homeboy for his birthday a couple of years ago, and they put us in a new penthouse all the way at the top floor. It was like on the 43rd floor. It was pretty dope. So I'll never stay anywhere else but that place. And you see everybody. I met Joel Santana there. He was there. I met Terry Rozier, they play for Charlotte.
Yeah.
You'd meet anybody.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's dope.
So, 10 years of marriage, how do you keep the flame going? That's what everybody wants to know.
Dating. Shoot, for real. Dating and
you said that a lot this podcast. Dating is real important, huh?
Dating is really important because you have to make your girl feel special. If she don't feel special and you're looking at other women, then she's like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? So, like, why are you not showing me the same attention that you're showing her? You know what I mean? You have those conversations happen. The conversations happen to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know,
I'm still shocked you like strip clubs. I wouldn't have took you for a strip club guy.
Boy. man.
How much you normally throw in a strip club?
Me, I'm more of like a private area. So I'll pay
you
like,
really like strip clubs.
Yeah. We get private areas, dogs. So I'm gonna give you one story, man. And this is when I went to my sister turned 30. This is 2017, and we go to G5, and they like, so what we about to do? So it's 11 of us, all my cousins, first cousins, second cousins. So what we about to do? My homeboy actually came too. He's like, what we about to do, dog? We gonna get a bottle, whatever, like that. And I was like, definitely getting the bottle. So it was like, all right, let's get the bottle. We got like 2 bottles of Ciroc. And they was like, with the 2 bottles of Ciroc, y'all can get a private section in the back area. So I was like, all right, cool. And he said in that back area comes with one girl. So I was like, all right. So the one girl was like, oh, I like y'all. Y'all dope. She brings her girl or whatever like that, right? So right now we probably in $300, something like that, whatever. Not a lot of money.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
I had like probably $100 in ones, something like that I had took out. I went home with $70 in ones. They liked us so much that they danced with us the whole fucking night for free. It was like 2 or 3 hours that we was back there with them. You know what I'm saying? It was just the experience and the energy. Because it's not about the sex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I go there, it's about I like hearing the goddamn strip club, the stripper stories. I do. They got the craziest fucking stories of why they strip. I like to see. I like ass in my face. I like titties in my face. I'm just being honest. My wife knows. I was in Magic City, dog, on my birthday a couple of years ago, and they pulled me on stage. That shit was amazing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad. I'm glad people don't see strip club when they look at me. It's good.
Yeah, I didn't take you for that guy because my homeboys that love strip clubs, they like strip clubs because they like purchasing box. They love it. And you know, strip clubs, especially the hole in the wall strip clubs, you're gonna get you some great box for $40.
Too easy. So I'm gonna be completely transparent in this. So I used to hate strip clubs.
Yeah.
With a fucking passion. I hated them because I was like, I can't have them. You know what I mean? Why I'm coming here and I'm putting all this money into them and I can't even go home with these goddamn girls. You know what I'm saying? I was mad. I was like, why am I here? You know what I'm saying? Until I started figuring it out. Like, well, actually, I started making more money.
Yeah, I think that's the big one too.
Yeah, I started making more money, and then when I went back, and the amount of money that that we put on the table, it gave us a different reaction.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I was like, all right, cool, I can deal with this. You know, it's chill. I can still, one time I ate like a 16-ounce steak while a girl was giving me lap dance in the damn strip club. Now my wife knows these stories, so don't think that I'm hiding. You know what I mean? So that's probably one of my secrets that a lot of people don't know.
I mean, I don't think nobody wife should trip about somebody going to the strip club. Mm-hmm. It's just a strip club. Like, and then especially like if you know strippers don't be in there trying to fuck nobody. Mm-hmm. They really be scared. Some of them be scared as a motherfucker. Some of them just be vets. Like, that's literally their 9 to 5.
Oh, they got another plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm going to make my money and I'm out. You know what I mean? And they, just like you said, they be scared. I don't know.
So you like Miami strip clubs more than Atlanta?
Hell no.
Oh, I was about to say.
Oh, you said what place do I like to travel?
I was about to say. I know we ain't on that. How you feel about Houston strip clubs?
I haven't been in one.
Oh, you got to go.
I haven't been in one. I've been to Dallas.
You got to go.
I've been to Dallas strip club.
No, you got to go to Houston.
I got to go to Houston one. I haven't been to Houston strip club, man. I've been to clubs out there. I've never been to a strip club. But I am going to make that.
I told you, Houston, you gonna get you something for $40 enough. I know you don't need that. I'm just saying. If you bring your cousins with you,
put a disclosure at the bottom of this damn pod. Rodney would not.
And they're getting them for $40.
For real.
No, I was just saying that. I was just saying that, just out in the open, not you per se, just anybody.
You get some $40 for real. Get your hot $40, all you need, $40. You know what I'm saying? You be good.
Yeah, I love Houston too. Houston cool as hell.
That's one thing I can't say. I went back in 2019 for a wedding, and it was I was like, yeah, this culture is dope. I can fuck with it for real.
See, I think you like traveling like I like traveling. So this is like the first time I've had a conversation with somebody in here on the podcast that likes traveling, besides the scamming rappers that be on here, and they don't count.
Yeah, true.
Because I'm gonna be honest too. Before I say what I was about to say, I gotta mute all the scammers on my timelines. I be jealous as hell, and I'm never jealous of another grown ass man. But those scammers, they make me jealous as hell.
You got to put them because I know scammers. That's the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are kind of close to me. You know what I mean? And that's their hustle. They do what they do and all that good stuff. Whatever. Did I say there's some type of envy when it comes to it? I'm not gonna lie and say it doesn't. Some stuff does cross my mind. I'm like, shit, I'm over here busting my ass. You know what I mean? Doing this shit the right way. And this motherfucker right here just scamming motherfuckers out of this shit and just do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know what I mean? And so I do think about it like that. You know what I mean? But yeah.
That scamming, man. One day they in Cali blowing big dope for 4 days on a balcony. Next day they in PR.
Yeah.
In a jacuzzi with like 4 girls they paid for.
Yeah.
It's like, man. Nah, I gotta mute you, bro. I gotta mute you.
And I'm over here,
busting my ass,
editing shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing pies. I'm family man. All this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and your
bro.
ass over here popping bottles and shit like that. Money that you just stole from somebody else.
Yes, that ain't fair.
You know what I mean?
It's not fair.
Shoot, but y'all went on a trip, man, that I wish I could have came across. Y'all went to Denver, right?
Yeah.
With my man, what's my man? Hen. Yeah, that right there. I was like, yo, I wish I could have been part of that trip. That's one place I haven't been.
I'm gonna be honest too. That was a dope trip, but I had just tore my Achilles. So when we went to the mountains to the casino, I couldn't walk. The elevation was too high. It swelled up my whole foot. It was just way too high. And they were like, we'll just push you in a wheelchair. And I was like, nah, I'm not getting pushed in a wheelchair. I just stayed in the Jeep the whole time. But that was a dope trip, especially like when you travel somewhere, you want to experience the elements.
Yep.
So going to Denver and it's snowing,
man,
that was perfect.
They got all that shit. I was like, yo, did they plan that shit? Did they brought the snow out when the motherfuckers got there?
Yeah, it snowed the whole time too.
Damn, man.
And we had a chef out there.
Yeah, see, that's
it
fine.
was
I remember
cool.
that. Yeah, I remember all the elements. That joint was dope. That was real dope, man. I was like, yeah, I definitely got to get out to Denver. I was supposed to do it for Thanksgiving, but this whole COVID thing, my in-laws got scared. So.
But also traveling with me though, like traveling somewhere to work versus traveling somewhere to chill is just different. Yeah. So like in Denver, I was, we was out there doing some work, so it was just a little different experience. But yeah, I'm about to get back on my traveling tip though. I've been working real hard. I really ain't been nowhere, dog. I've been working so much.
Got you.
I've been going places working.
Got you. Okay.
But I done been some places, especially working. I done been to Houston like 3 times. I ended up meeting some people in Houston. Where else I been? I done been random places like I went to Charlotte, went to Charleston, Atlanta, of course, all the fucking time.
Charleston is on the radar dope spot. Like people don't really go out.
People don't know. Let me tell people about Charleston because I went for the first time this year. Let me tell people about Charleston. Charleston is a great spot to go on a trip with your girl. Shit. It is perfect. Yeah, boy. Ain't nothing but cigar lounges, and I love cigars. I'm a cigar connoisseur. Me too. Cigar lounges and seafood. I love. Man, I could go to Charleston tonight and go get me a 12 count of oysters and a big cigar, and I'm good.
Facts. There's another place you can go to, man. I'm gonna give you Destin, Florida.
I want to go there. Every time I was supposed to go, I never went. I want to go.
There is no look. Go as soon as now you think Charleston is good. I feel Destin is better. because of the clear water, the river walks, the boats that's out there, all that good stuff. It's dope. It's just you're gonna get a fly house. If you're gonna do an Airbnb, you're gonna get a fly crib, and it's not gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a dope crib. So you enjoy yourself.
Yeah. My favorite vacation spot though is Tampa. I love Tampa.
Tampa's dope.
I love Tampa. Tampa's cheap as hell. Tampa remind me of Augusta too.
Tampa dope. I like.
I ain't gonna lie. Tampa remind me of Augusta because they got all them hole in the wall bars with the dollar beers.
I got
that's some Augusta shit. Ybor City, Cigar City.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
I went to a cigar place. It was a small little cigar place over there in Ybor City. As soon as I walk in, the humidor was to my left, and then it was just a small little area, but it was dope. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was real fly. I love a cigar place.
I know exactly the exact one you talking about. You talking about the Cuban spot?
Was it in like a complex?
Yup.
Type shit. Yeah,
that's the Cuban spot.
Yeah,
they be in there playing dominoes in there.
I don't know if
the
they.
Cubans.
I had got a job out there in Tampa. I was there for like 2 weeks, and my wife was like, I want to go back to Augusta. I was like, oh shit.
She ain't like it.
So what happened was, I got the job. Jamila went out there with me. I got the job. It was like, all right, bet, come back, you report this time, whatever, like that. So she came with me to the interview and all that good stuff, and they hired me on the spot, pretty much. So we spent like 3 days there, whatever, like that. We looking for houses and all that good shit, whatever. So she comes back here, and then I report or whatever, and then her parents is in her ear, and why you leaving? You taking Trey? Trey was like 3. No, Trey had to be like 4. Trey before, something like that this time. Taking Trey and all that good stuff. So I get a text message. And she's like, I don't know. I think I want to stay back in Augusta now. I was like, oh, shit. And I ain't going to go against that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's new. So I'm not attached to Tampa like that. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll sacrifice.
You was having fun, though, weren't you?
Hell yeah, man. God, my office, dog, was on the water. It was by the... I was working for Well Care Insurance, dog. It was on the fucking water. It had like a dope ass restaurant right here.
You might have been in St. Pete.
I was in the downtown area. I was not too far away from the nice mall. I wasn't far from the arena.
Oh, okay. You was by the Derek Jeter quarters.
I don't know.
Yeah, you was by the Derek Jeter. I know exactly where you was. You said you wasn't far from the mall. Yeah, you was by Derek Jeter quarters.
It was right there. It was right there. I can look right out. I was in a big glass building. My dream, ever since I was a kid, people always asked me what I wanted to do. I said I always want to work in a big glass building, because when I seen them on TV, they were always professionals that worked in those buildings. And it was the biggest building that I've ever worked in, and it was glass. And I was like, shit, I'm here for life. Fuck no.
Dang, she killed your dream. Yeah, she owe you now, bro.
Hell yeah, she do. But she already know. I already told her. I said Trey got to play play high school basketball in a city. So that's either Charlotte or Atlanta. It's probably going to be Atlanta, though. So we'll be relocating probably within the next year or two. Yeah.
But yeah, bro, it was good talking to you, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate you.
Having a mature conversation, because we've been talking about some dumb shit on my pod lately. I ain't going to sit here and lie. So I got to see how the audience receives this mature conversation.
Let me put more one plug in, though.
Nah, go ahead.
I'm throwing a party, New Year's party. So New Year's Day, January 1st, we'll be at the Empire Enterprise Mill Loft Building. If you guys are familiar with it, it's down off, I think it's 13th Street, I believe. The big Enterprise Mill building. It's going to be free wine, free champagne all night. Also, we have hors d'oeuvres and all that good stuff, whatever. So the first 50 people, though, you guys get a free wine bottle or as far as champagne of your choice. And we're going to do it like that. You can cash at me at VTS Nutrition. You can Zelle me, DM me on Instagram, the _ Wells Rich Project on Instagram, and just Rodney Wells on Facebook. So you can find me. I'm around, and hope to see you guys there. Digital tickets and all that good stuff, QR code scanning and all that good stuff. So just holler at me.
Yeah, make sure y'all come to the event. I think I'm going to be there taking pictures, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be there taking pictures, so make sure y'all come there. Have a good time, man. And appreciate y'all for listening. We out.
Appreciate it.